Rakuten is focused on promoting diversity and inclusion across its businesses through 4 strategic pillars. In this report, we highlight one of these: build an inclusive brand, focusing on what Rakuten TV Europe is doing to make its business as inclusive as possible to its audience, employees, and clients. Rakuten TV Europe's video streaming service is available in 150 million households across 43 markets. What's more, it employs a diverse workforce of 23 different nationalities.
We know indeed that cinema and television, they shape the way we see the world and ourselves in the world. And cinema and television create social models. And in parallel, there is a precise mechanism of representation, making people watching more those content which are more relevant to them. All of this, translated in DEI terms, means that for Rakuten TV, being a diverse and inclusive company is a matter of ethics, which also has an impact on our business. The more inclusive is a platform, the more successful it is.
One prominent way in which Rakuten TV promotes an inclusive brand is its Rakuten Originals content, available to view for free on its platform. So far, over 30 titles have been released, garnering more than 30 million views and 11 awards. These include feature-length documentaries and series, telling stories on issues of gender equality, mental health, and inclusion. Among recent releases are the features Karate Do, The Path of Sandra Sanchez, about the world champion female karateka, and Bojan, Behind the Smile, exploring mental health in football, as well as the series Champions, sharing the story of women's football through 3 generations, and reality shows Make Up Stars and Discovering Canary Islands, featuring diverse contestants.
It's a pleasure to be able to participate in stories that go beyond talent. That is, in the end, the important thing is to tell stories that have an impact on our audiences and society. And the important thing is that the story is mainstream and not the talent itself. This is where the success lies, in being able to reach the hearts of our audiences. The more personal the content is, the greatest impact of the story we tell. This is something essential for dissemination and promotion to be as broad as possible.
The company has also taken steps to educate and engage its employees about inclusion, holding an internal event where 2 industry experts joined CEO Cedric Dufour to discuss questions such as how to achieve inclusive representation on and off screen, and the role that entertainment companies can play in promoting it. What's more, the company has released an inclusive language handbook with tips on how best to communicate through written language as well as visually. Various inclusivity measures have also been implemented on the HR side, such as a gender equality plan incorporating recruitment, promotion and compensation, improved measures for maternity and paternity leave, and a maternity room in a new office. Meanwhile, from 2024, collaboration with local universities has begun, with students visiting Rakuten TV's Barcelona HQ to learn about career possibilities at the company. We spoke to some employees for their thoughts on these various initiatives.
And I think that it's very important to organize these events and to talk about this topic, because if we don't talk about it, we cannot be aware of it. We have a very powerful tool, and all things that we do and we say have a really high impact on society.
Inclusive language handbook. It's very, very good to have in mind and go to it as a refresher, because obviously we have habits in the language, and I think it's equally important to not having any bias and don't offend anyone. So I think it was a really good initiative.
On the business side, Rakuten TV also introduced a new way to promote inclusion through utilizing ad inventory on its AVOD platform in Spain over the Christmas holiday season. Called AVOD for Impact and driven by an internal group of volunteers called ESG Ambassadors, this campaign gave valuable exposure to 4 DEI and environmental causes that align with sustainable development goals supported by the company.
We believe, obviously, we have a responsibility to contribute to a more sustainable planet and society. And since we are an AVOD-based platform, this is the way that we thought we could play our part. Christmas is a very high peak viewing period. So in terms of the impressions and the impact that you can make through these campaigns, this is very high. So in total, all of these 4 campaigns delivered more than 3.2 million impressions to our Spanish audience, which is quite a lot in this short period of time, which was between 1 and 2 weeks. And basically, we were able to help these NGOs to convey their messages and to communicate their missions to our Spanish audience.